Perfect. So, before I get into exactly why we are all on here, I want to share you guys a little bit about my story, and I believe it's beyond relatable. For me, I didn't grow up in an incredibly wealthy household, or I wasn't really set up in a right way to run a business or to be even really remotely successful. But I learned hard work at a young age, and I was introduced to entrepreneurship. I was introduced to a business at 19 years old that had to do with online sales, and it was exciting and people were winning. And so my parents always taught me, at least definitely with your friend group and with sports, Christian, if you want to win in sports, you need to surround yourself around a good team. And as a quarterback, you need a lineman, you need wide receivers, you need running backs, you need a good defense, you need special teams for field position. And so I understood that. And then in school, you need to surround yourself around people making good grades. In case you don't know the answer to 24, you can look over your homie and he might have that Scantron already filled out. So I'm just messing with you guys. But I knew you had to surround yourself with the right people at a young age. And so at 19 years old, I found business. I was going to school studying international business and marketing at the University of North Carolina, Asheville, a pretty somewhat decent school. And I just felt lost. I was doing what everyone else was doing. And I eventually just came to a realization that if you do what everyone else does, you're going to receive what everyone else has. And I had this burning desire in my heart, and I became, beyond aware at 19 that maybe I was meant to go on a different track. Maybe I was meant to do something else. And so I ventured into this world of entrepreneurship and building a business and sales. And in the process of doing so, at 19, I got introduced to mentorship and personal development and growth. And I went from a completely broke 19-year-old student to traveling the world, speaking on stages, mentoring people. And, over the last now 5 years, I've been blessed enough to do, tens of millions of dollars of revenue throughout my businesses in 50 states and over now 15 different countries. But most importantly, impact literally tens of thousands of people's lives all over the world, whether it's been through a product, a service, an idea, or a business model. And so tonight I share this story to you and my story to you, not as someone who's made it, not as someone who's figured it out, but just as a kid who was completely lost. But I surrounded myself with the right people, and most importantly, found the right vehicle for me. May not be for you, but I found the right vehicle for me that allowed me to pursue my goals, dreams, and aspirations and attach the things I always wanted to do with a legitimate game plan. And so, guys, tonight, the reason why you're on here is to hear about cryptocurrency and Forex trading. It's to hear about an opportunity. It's to hear about maybe something that is a little bit different. But I'll challenge you over the next 25 to 30 minutes to consider different, maybe could be better for you. And at the worst, I think you're going to hear from somebody here in a little bit that I'll introduce you to that will drop some knowledge and will share some insights that you would have to pay legitimately tens of thousands of dollars to receive this information, no different than what you receive from school. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to get right into it. Here we go. Hopefully we can see my screen. Let's get this thing played. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. There we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Technology can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So here we go. What are we talking about tonight? So the reason why the person has invited you here, or if you're on here and you're already involved in this industry, you're already involved in this space, I recommend you grab your blue pens, you grab your notebooks, because we're going to be breaking down the keys to success that the 1% of the world, the 1% of the wealthy understands and knows. And so whether you've heard this 500 times before, whether you're brand new, I recommend you take notes just on this information, and whether this is the partnership you decide to align with or not, this information could unlock the thing you've been searching for in your destiny for your entire life. And I know that to be true only because it has happened for me. And so what is Forex? About less than a year and a half ago, I had no idea what Forex was. When the person introduced me to Forex, I said, for who? Which sounds funny now looking back, because it's the world's largest financial market. And at the time, I had a really big ego and a really little bank account. So it was hard for me to be skeptical and broke at the same time. And so when someone told me that the Forex market was a $5.3 trillion a day market, when they educated me on the fact that Bank of America, who I bank with, Chase, Wells Fargo, BB&T, TD Ameritrade, how they make over 70% of their actual revenue and their profit is from trading the money that you and I put into our bank accounts, actually trading that into the live markets, and those returns over 365 days is how those companies grow to be billion and trillion dollar enterprises. It just absolutely blew my mind. And so the easiest way for me to describe Forex to you is 2 weekends ago, I was in Vancouver, Canada, which is absolutely beautiful during the summertime. Winter, don't go. Summer, it's a must see. But I was in Cole Harbor and I landed into Canada. I had $500 US. I wanted to transfer my cash from US to Canadian, obviously. And when I traded it at the time, when I made that exchange, it was about 65 or 70 cents Canadian per $1 US. And so I received about 100 and what did I receive? I received about $750, I believe, Canadian for $500 US. I ended up doing what most people do, which is use my debit card and credit card every single where I go. And so the hotels, the flights, the food, all that was paid on my credit card to gain those flyer miles and to do all those great things. And so when I went to exchange that Canadian money back to US, because Canadian paper doesn't do very well in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is where I'm at now, the fluctuation in the Canadian dollar actually changed. It actually decreased a little bit. And if you 2 weeks ago, you're a trader, you realize the Canadian dollar actually dropped versus the USD. And it went from about 65 or 70 cents to about 60 cents or so. And so I actually lost money during that 4 or 5 day trip. And now that I trade Forex and understand the market, I was pissed, just to be truthfully honest with you guys. And so what the foreign exchange is it's simply currencies. So whether the USD, the Canadian dollar, the Australian, whether it's the yen out in Asia, whatever it may be, or the euro in Europe, it is simply a market online from your cell phone, from your tablet, from your computer that 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, you have access to be able to leverage your regular dollars, whether you're in the US or wherever you are, your country's currency in your brokerage account to be able to leverage that money to buy or to sell on certain currency exchange prices. And so it blew my mind getting introduced to this industry because I truthfully understood trading your money for money. I want you to write that down if you're on here and you're new. Trading your money for money, because my mentor when I was 19, who was beyond successful, made tens of millions of dollars, older guy, spiritual leader, and he said, Christian, if you want to be successful, you have to find a way to get involved in a vehicle where you're not trading your hard-earned time for money, but you need to find a way to create leverage. And so he went into residual income and being able to have not just your time, but hundreds of thousands of other people's time to create income. Well, this is trading your money for money, which is just about as good as it gets. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency. We all know about Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, so on and so forth. The craze around blockchain is insane. But what's unique about trading is you don't have to purchase on Coinbase or Cryptopia or some other exchange and pay these crazy fees and be locked in to hold and to pray that it goes up and up and up. But if you believe the market's going to go down, which over the last 48 hours, cryptocurrency within Bitcoin dropped about $680, you could have capitalized massively because our CEO, Chris Terry, who I'll explain to you guys in a little bit, actually called that out on our Sunday night call. And so cryptocurrency, Forex, the world's largest financial markets for you guys to have access to. And so what does IMARKETSLIVE do and who is running the ship? These are 4 individuals that if you don't know them yet, you need to know them. You need to write their names down simply because of the fact that I've studied leadership development, being an athlete, but also now being a business owner over the last 5 years. I've come to a few realizations. You look at Apple now becoming the first $1 trillion company, but then less than 2 weeks later, we have Amazon hitting $1 trillion valuation with, Jeff Bezos running the ship there. So you have Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos, the first CEOs or faces of a $1 trillion company. And you start to realize that leadership truly does direct the ship. And so running iMarkets Live, we have our CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry, who has seen astronomical results in the Forex and futures market. Not here to make income claims, but multiple 8 and 9 figures in this industry. He is the Michael Jordan of Forex. And we're just blessed that he had this vision to take the information he's paid for and years, like decades of experience in, and has now instilled that into now over 70,000 customers all over the world. His wife, Isis De La Torre, our CFO, has broke massive barriers within the Latino women market within banking, running massive trading floors. I mean, she's beyond overqualified to run our company, which is insane considering the amount of sales that we're at right now. Alex Morton, our EVP, is a personal friend of mine, an actual traditional business partner of mine, but most importantly, a mentor for the last 5 years. Alex has been a catalyst. Basically, everything he touches has massive momentum, and I think it's truly because of his passion and excitement for unlocking and helping people all over the world. I mean, if you follow this guy on social media, you'll see he's in Nigeria, he's in Costa Rica, he's in Cozumel, he's all over the US, he's all over Europe, he's traveling the world in Africa and Europe and Asia, and obviously here in the US, just inspiring people to be more, have more, and do more through this vehicle. Mentioned in Forbes, mentioned in Rolling Stones, mentioning all over, every single publication you could imagine. So we're grateful to have him as our EVP. And then lastly, Ivan Tapia, our VP of Sales. Our Latino market has exploded thanks to this guy, but most importantly, him and his wife are just complete workhorses, have been legends in this industry, and we're so grateful on our executive team. They've aligned with iMarketsLive, and so I'm excited to be able to get into more of what we have. And what I want to do now is simply this, a little bit about our company, what Forex is, what cryptocurrency is, and what it is that we do, which is providing top-notch and superior education within these industries so that you can take advantage of the world's largest financial market. But what I want to do is I want to simply pass it off from here now. I want to be able to introduce you guys to someone who has been a friend of mine, someone who has simply just been able to go out and to teach me, educate me, and truly open up my eyes and my world to this entire industry. Someone who is at the top of his game, a top 10 earner within the second largest financial wealth creation other than professional athletics. But what I love about Jason is not just the money he's made, the accomplishments of him, speaking on stages all over the world, or any of the things that surface level you can see about the guy. But what I love about Jason is simply his heart. He doesn't have to be on here right now. He's flying, I believe, to like Argentina, Chile, Ecuador, and going on tour right before our national convention in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 9 days with over 7,000 people. But it's simply the fact that he loves to serve, he loves to help, and this gets him excited every single day. And so if you guys could take 20 to 30 minutes of your life to hear his story, hear how these products have changed his life, I'm sure they can do the exact same for you. So without further ado, Mr. Jason Brown, did you make it on the call, brother?
I did make it out. Christian, I am here. Appreciate you shuffling that host over my way, and appreciate everybody who's on here tonight for getting on the call. Before I get into my thing, I'm going to go through the products and a little bit of my story and, give you guys kind of the inside scoop on iMarketsLive. I just want to give it back to Christian, who has become one of my closest friends, has become somebody who I'm doing a lot with in business, in life. We align with our ethical principles, our spiritual principles, and also our physical principles. We hit the gym, like all the same stuff with sports. So we got a lot. Christian was over here, stayed at my apartment here in Miami for a couple of days, and we hit the gym every day. So you could see he's moved to Gainesville, Florida over here. So, look, guys, we have a lot of fun, and I just want to give it back to you, Christian. I appreciate you, as you know. So for everybody on the call, I also appreciate you and your time. I know time is by far the most valuable asset in the world. You can get more money all the time, but you can't get more time ever. I don't care who you are, Oprah Winfrey, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, some of the best athletes of all time. They all have one thing in common with us, and it's that they operate within a 24-hour clock. And so, when I really understood that time is that valuable, I started taking mine serious. And, you know, in order to take your time serious, you got to take others serious. So I do appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate you guys for being here. And I'm not going to take all of your time fluffing and, you know, stuff like that. You're on this webinar because you like, trust, and respect the other person. So my job is to give you the right information. Now, with that being said, it is important that you know a little bit about me. So I'm 29 years old. I live here in beautiful, well, now it's closer to Fort Lauderdale. But anyway, in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. I've lived down here for 3 years. And I actually took a leap of faith to move down here in 2015, December, right before Christmas. I was really at a breaking point and a pivot point, I'll call it. Not a breaking point, because you never break, you just pivot. And so I was at a pivot point in my life. I had been pursuing entrepreneurship for about 2 years at that point. I was about $70,000 in debt between credit cards and student loans. That beautiful idea that somebody came up with here in the United States called student loans that got me too. And you know, I really needed a change. So I packed everything I could fit in a 4-door car. My friend needed a roommate. The rent was $400 a month. I had about $800 left. I needed a bed, groceries, and my car payment was due in about 2.5 weeks. And rent was due in 30 days. And so my back was against the wall, but I moved down here. And right when I moved down here is right when we found iMarketsLive. And it's crazy, but sometimes when you take those leaps of faith in your life, the door that you needed to open is right there. But the only way to get the key is to take that jump. And so I did not know what was going to happen. I did not have a job lined up. I did not have a stream of income lined up, but something in my gut was pushing me down here. And we found iMarketsLive shortly thereafter. And nothing was ever the same. You know, over the past 3 years, I've been able to completely get out of that financial debt, been able to help retire 1.5 of my parents. So my dad retired. My mom is half retired. So my mom's a little stubborn. But I've done very well for myself now at a young age, and I've been able to help tens of thousands of people understand the principles of success, the principles of belief, the principles of money. That's extremely important. And the reason why we partnered with iMarketsLive was pretty simple. Chris had the results that we wanted. You know, you can go anywhere and read any book and study any, you know, spiritual book, the Bible, whatever, and everybody tells you the same thing. Follow the people who have the results that you want. Follow the people that have the results you want. So we got around people that had the results that we want. And Chris Terry, our CEO, was the person who had the results we were looking for. His wife is one of the most unbelievable people I've ever met. So it's just a good foundation. But we also knew the foreign exchange market had a lot of liquidity attached to it. So it's a big market and everybody can take a little crumb and the market doesn't even feel it. You know, we could have a couple 100,000 people yes, he said a couple 100,000 people inside of iMarketsLive, all trading all day long, and we're not even on the blip. You know, we're not even a blip on the radar. There's millions and millions of retail traders around the world. It is a big deal. And, you know, over the last almost 3 years, we've done something incredible. And so I'm super proud, and I'm ready to show it to you guys, and we'll be out of here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. So stick with me. I'm just going to go through the products so you guys understand what we have available. So iMarketsLive Academy is our educational platform. This is where the foundation is built. We have now, I believe, over 70 videos. Now over 100 videos if you take the foreign exchange and the cryptocurrency and you combine them. So you have access to this ridiculously valuable library of information at your fingertips. And the best testimonials in our company come right here. And they also come from iMarketsLive TV, which is the next service that we offer, my favorite service. Okay, right now we have over 70 educators. Okay, now when people hear the word educator, they think school. Don't think school, think value, skill set, you know, future. Okay, because we've got people who have results in these markets. We have people who have consistency in these markets. They have strategies, knowledge, wisdom, experience, and they're streaming live to share that knowledge, wisdom, and experience with you. Okay, that's what's going on inside of iMarketsLive TV. It is unbelievable And like I said, the best testimonials, the best byproduct of IML always comes from the Academy and IML TV. And we do offer this in multiple languages, English and Spanish. We are extremely strong, but we offer a lot of really great value in the other languages as well. And so the next tool is the Harmonic Scanner. This was the only product we had when I started with iMarketsLive, and it is now still, 3 years later, extremely relevant, extremely effective. This is one of the most widely used products that we offer. And look, we took 4, now I think there's 5 of the best traders with the Harmonic Scanner inside of our company, and we put them on IML TV because we want you to have the wisdom, knowledge, experience, and education, but also have the right tools. My dad used to tell me, you need the right tool for the job. You can't bring, a pickaxe to get rid of snow. You need a shovel. If somebody gives you the wrong tool, you can't get the job done. If somebody gives you the right tool, you can get the job done a lot faster. And so the Harmonic Scanner is a tool to help you crush the markets. And honestly, some of the best traders I know utilize this tool to help them confirm trades. And I recommend you aim to be able to use this tool the same way. Now, the web analyzer is unbelievable. And it's really unbelievable for this reason, because, excuse me, our programmer took a bunch of different indicators, which are basically like little algorithms almost. The easiest way I can explain this to you guys, just like little programs that people built to indicate certain things in the market. And what he did was he took a bunch of indicators and then programmed this web analyzer based upon all of this information that's being circulated and diagnosed inside of the market. And what it does is it finds the right time to enter, just like surfing. Right? The waves are always going to come. Guys, the Forex market is always there. It's been there long before I knew about it 3 years ago. It's been around forever, okay? People have always been trading. Our ancestors were just trading different things. Like you trade, I trade my chickens, which are the best chickens, for Christian Jewkes, goats. He has the best goats, and this is what they were doing. They were just trading an asset for an asset, and now we're trading an asset for an asset. And so to get in and out of the trade at the right time, supply and demand. If I hold my chickens and everybody in the neighborhood has a ton of chickens, but I know they're going to, not have chickens in a year, my chickens hold value when there's less chickens available. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's probably easier for some of you guys to understand chickens than money. So that's why I'm giving you this. I've actually never explained it this way, but it seems like it's working, or at least it's working for me and I'm entertained. So hopefully that helps you guys. But look, what this tool did is it gives us the proper entries into the market. And just like surfing, right? There's waves all day, but you got to get on the wave at the right time. You get on the wave at the wrong time, you have no momentum. So the web analyzer, the Harmonic Scanner, IML TV, IML Academy, unbelievable. So then we step into another category. Okay, we step into a category of like a Yoda, okay, a guru, an expert, a Tony Robbins, a Muhammad Ali, the Muhammad Gandhi, right? This is like the guy in the space, and he's proven it. I mean, when I got in the company, I trusted that he was a great trader, and I'll tell you guys, over 3 years, he's been right a lot more than he's been wrong. And I've seen him be wrong a few times. He's a human being, but you want to get around people that have the experience, confidence, and just overall clarity that he has. This guy has been trading for a long time. And what he did was, and this is our 5th product you guys are going to see tonight, he made himself available on Sunday evenings. We get on average 10 to 20,000 people every single Sunday that log on and watch Chris trade and listen to what he says and learn and earn. And look, he called out a lot of things in the last couple of weeks that have happened almost to a T. A lot of people that are just seeing Chris for the first time are surprised. I'm not. because I've been seeing this since 2015, and I just stopped asking questions and started paying closer attention. The guy is the real deal. This is not hype. This is like one of the best traders in the world, and he's the CEO of the company, and we have an opportunity to learn from him. Okay, then you have two other tools. You have SWIPETRADES and you have SWIPECOIN. SWIPETRADES and SWIPECOIN. Now, they serve essentially the same purpose. You download the app. We have a team of traders. They send out signals, and you have the ability to copy and paste or just learn from the information that they're sending. Okay, I tell people, don't be solely dependent because you heard the words copy and paste. Okay, don't be solely dependent because you hear, oh, it's an app on your phone, it's convenient. Is it helping people win? 100%. Here's the thing. The more you learn about the basics of trading, the more you get around the space, the more you get on IML TV, the better these two products are going to become for you. And so, guys, you have the ability to just be a part of this platform, whether it's foreign exchange or cryptocurrency, okay, and learn a skill set that will pay you forever. And we're not talking big money. Guys, college, okay, cost me about $22,000 a year for 4.5 years, okay, because I changed my major, so I had to pay another, year, whatever it was. iMarketsLive, if you don't make a penny, is like $1,800, $1,900, $2,000 for the whole year, okay? And this is a much bigger market than what I went to school for. I paid $80,000 a year, and the average income for my degree is about 25 to 30K. The foreign exchange market is like $5 trillion a day, right? So if you're going to learn a skill set and go to work, there's got to be liquid available, right? You're not going to work all day, walk all the way up the mountain, down the mountain to get to a river that has no water. Why would you do that? You want to go to a river that is abundant, okay? And so iMarketsLive, you get the Academy, TV, scanner, SWIPETRADES, $195. I mean, the SWINGTRADES, not SWIPETRADES, sorry. Scanner, Academy, TV, and the SWINGTRADES with the Night Owl from Chris Terry. And it's $195, $145 a month. $195, $145 a month. Then you get the SWIPETRADES platform, for an extra $15 a month, Web Analyzer for an extra $15 a month, and SwipeCoin is $99 a month. Those are optional. Okay, so you decide if you want SWIPETRADES, pay extra for it. If you want SwipeCoin, pay extra for it. If you want the Web Analyzer, pay extra for it. But again, that's up to you. These are the essentials, the Academy, TV, scanner, and SWINGTRADES. And then everything else is like extracurricular activities. I think it's great if you're a little more hands-on to grab the Web Analyzer. If you're a little more hands-off, or you're really just looking for the optimal results and you want to be around and learn from some great traders, then you can jump in on the apps. Now, here's what's also really, really cool. You have access to our 2 and free program if you wish. Now, I say if you wish because not everybody wants to go out and refer. Not everybody wants to go out and talk to people. And I really do respect that. 80 to 85% of my business is customer only, right? Means that people are just trading and they are not making any referrals. So we're listening and we're watching what the field likes. And, some good chunk of people say, I just want to trade. I really respect that. But I also respect the fact that the company has given us the ability to get the services for free. When was the last time somebody showed you something and said, hey, you can legitimately get this for free without any backdoors, without any okey dokes? Like, we have like 10,000 people getting these products for free every month. It's the real deal. And all you need to do is refer 2 other customers, okay? 2 other customers. In my company that I was a customer of 4 or 5 years ago, you needed 3 customers to buy equal or more than you bought to get the products for free. And then after like a year, they changed it because the company was losing money. iMarketsLive has had this in place for a while, and it's not going anywhere. It's a proven model. We love the fact that people are getting these for free because we own the property. We can do that and not feel some type of way about it. And so, guys, take advantage of this. Take advantage of the 2 and free. It's a big deal. Now, Yes, I trade. People ask the question, well, are you trading? Are you investing? Yes, I am. And the last 18 months, I've gone very, very, very aggressive into the cryptocurrency space. But I had about a year and a half of Forex training before, and I would recommend that everybody learn how to trade Forex before you go into crypto, because you will go in blind. You will not know what you're doing. Even if you listen to every guru in the world, trust me, it is good to know the skills of Forex before you get into crypto. But what has helped me build a massive amount of my wealth at this moment in time, a very big percentage of my net worth is from the iMarketsLive platform, because of the way that duplication works. And people were like, well, you make more money on the marketing side than the trading side. Well, right now, yes, that is the case, because duplication has set in. See, wealthy people, if you look at Robert Kiyosaki and you study the cash flow quadrant, wealthy people create a system that duplicates with or without them. In the last 2.5 years, I've traveled to 34 countries. This is my passport. Okay, they had to punch 2 holes in it, not because I'm an illegal citizen, but because I literally filled it up. Like traveling and enjoying myself and being with friends and just having fun. Guys, at the end of the day, you can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have experiences, you'll never have fulfillment. And I'm so grateful that I've seen places of the world that some people may not get to see. And so not only am I happy that this thing has really become something for me, but I'm booking a cruise for my parents that's going to go all throughout Europe, and they're going to be able to see the world because of this. And I've been able to help. If you look at this rank advancement chart here below, we've been able to help literally thousands of people reach the level of Platinum 600, which is an extra $600 a month. In order to do that, they've referred a minimum of 12 customers into their organization. So that could be a direct referral, meaning you brought all 12, or an indirect 12, which means maybe you shared it with a couple friends and, they shared it with some people. And because of you, 12 customers have joined the company, and the company is going to pay you $150 a month, $150 a week. That's insane. Okay. That you could refer 12 people to something and make an extra potentially $7,200 a year. It's pretty crazy. Platinum 1000 is 30 customers, $250 a week. Guys, Platinum 2000, 5000 starts becoming a pretty big deal. 75 customers in your group, $500 a week residual. That's heavy. That's big. Okay. Platinum 5000, you start putting commas on it. Okay. $1,250 a week when you have 225 customers in your group. So, we've been able to help, I think now over 140 people in the company reach the level of chairman 10 and above. We do have people at every single rank in my organization alone, which is a blessing. That means that we've been doing things the right way. We've been training people the right way, and, we're looking to pass it on. And so there you go. There you guys have it, in really 30, 40 minutes, you guys got an opportunity to take a look at a platform that took me from $70,000 in debt to multiple 7 figures, results not typical. My results are never going to be your results, but it's been a vehicle of empowerment. And what I will say is that if you're looking at this, you're connected to the right person, because that person is connected to Christian, Brittany, Rob, Ashlyn, Ryan Morris, Kyle, Marjorie, Tyler, Julian, Ben Dixon. So many great people are a part of this organization. And if you were invited here, you were probably invited by one of them. And so I'm working with them personally. I got to jump off this call actually right now, because I'm getting ready to do a leadership training with all the Platinum 1000s and above in my organization. Should be a few hundred people there. So I got to go get ready. And hey, look, if you see the vision, guys, go all in. That's my advice. People say, well, what's your advice? My advice is go all in. I went all in without knowing much, without really knowing much at all. And I figured, you know what? It looks great. I trust it. I'm going to take the leap. And the leap ended up becoming the best thing that I've done in my life. So I wish that upon you guys as well. On behalf of everybody with iMarketsLive, I want to tell you to welcome you to the family, welcome you to the movement, and we'll see you guys soon. Appreciate all of you for your time. Have a phenomenal night. Welcome to iMarketsLive.